Have you ever noticed how easy it is to look successful today and still feel completely trapped? New cars, bigger houses, credit cards, buy now, pay later. From the outside, it looks like progress. But inside, it feels heavy. Pressure, anxiety, obligation. And the strange part is, most people don't even question it because it has become normal. But what if normal is the problem? What if the life everyone is chasing is quietly taking something from them? Now, step back for a moment and consider a very different idea. An older idea, a quieter one. The idea that true wealth is not about what you own, it is about what you owe. Or more deeply, what you don't owe. This is where two worlds collide. Modern culture and biblical wisdom. And in between those two is a simple but powerful truth. Welcome to Real Deep Understanding. Take a breath, slow down. This is not just about money. This is about how you live, how you think, how you choose, because every financial decision is shaping your life. Let's talk about what's really happening. Today, debt is everywhere, not just accepted, but encouraged. You want a car? Finance it. You want a house? Mortgage it. You want a phone? Pay monthly. You want something you cannot afford? Just swipe. And the system whispers, it's normal. Everyone does it. This is how you move forward. But pause for a moment. If everyone is doing it, why are so many people still stressed? Why do so many people feel stuck, even when they are earning? Because here is the truth that is rarely said out loud. Debt does not just support your lifestyle, it controls it. Every payment you owe is a piece of your future, already taken, before you wake up. Before you make choices, before you even think, your money is already spoken for, and slowly, you stop building your life. You start maintaining it. And that is where the trap begins, because it feels like progress, but it is actually pressure. Now, let's shift the perspective. The Bible says something very direct. The borrower is slave to the lender. Not metaphorically, not emotionally, practically, because debt creates dependence. It limits your options, it shapes your decisions, it ties your time to obligations. And over time, it changes how you live. But biblical thinking goes deeper than that. It teaches something powerful. You are not the owner. You are the steward. Everything you have has been entrusted to you. Your money, your resources, your opportunities, they are not just for you. They are your responsibility. And a good steward does not waste, does not overextend, does not chase appearances. A good steward moves carefully, intentionally, with awareness, because they understand everything belongs to God, and that changes the question. You no longer ask, how much can I spend? You begin to ask, how should I manage this? That shift is where freedom begins. This is why teachings like the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey resonate so deeply. Because at its core, it is not just about money. It is about discipline. It is about responsibility. It is about living with clarity. The principles are simple. Live below your means. Avoid debt. Save consistently. Give intentionally. But simplicity does not mean easy, because this path requires something rare, self-control. And that is where most people struggle, because modern culture feeds desire. It tells you, upgrade your life. You deserve more. Get it now. But discipline asks you to wait, to think, to choose long-term over short-term. And that is uncomfortable, because waiting feels like losing when everyone else is moving fast. But look closely. Are they really moving forward, or just moving faster? Into pressure. Because speed without direction still leads to the wrong place. And here is where it becomes deeper. This is not just about money. It is about identity. Modern culture says, you are what you own. Your value is visible. Your worth is measured. But biblical wisdom says something different. You are who you serve. And that changes everything. Because when you stop trying to look rich, you can finally become free. Free from comparison. Free from pressure. Free from the constant need to prove something. And maybe the truth is, many people are not stressed because they lack money. They are stressed because they are maintaining an image, a life that costs more than it gives. That is the hidden weight. Debt feeds ego, but discipline builds peace, real peace, the kind that lets you breathe, the kind that lets you sleep, the kind that does not depend on what others think. And when you begin to live this way, something changes. You stop asking, what can I afford monthly? And you start asking, what can I afford completely? You stop chasing status. You start building stability. You stop reacting, you start choosing. And slowly, your life becomes lighter, stronger, clearer. And here is the part many people overlook. When you are not tied down by debt, you can give. You can help others. You can support your family. You can serve without hesitation. Because your money is not already committed. It is available. And that is what biblical wealth really looks like. Not accumulation, but impact. Not possession, but purpose. But let's be honest. This path is not popular. It requires saying no when others say yes. It requires patience. In a world of speed, it requires humility. In a culture of appearance, it is quiet, it is slow, it is often unnoticed. But over time, it builds something powerful. Freedom, stability, peace. So before your next financial decision, pause and ask yourself one question. Not, can I afford this? But what is this costing my future? Because every choice is shaping your direction. If you follow the world, you may look successful, but feel trapped. If you follow wisdom, you may look simple, but live free. So choose carefully. Because wealth is not about what you have. It is about what has control over you. Take a moment and reflect on that. If this message made you think, like the video. Subscribe to Real Deep Understanding and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because most people are never taught this. But once you understand it, you begin to live differently. And in the end, freedom is not found in spending. It is found in discipline, in purpose, and in peace.